So, how much information should you be sharing with other investors when you're an active investor yourself? Well, I'm going to share an example with you guys from a client that recently told me this story. And he said that at their position in investing, they really didn't want to do like smaller deals. They were looking for something that was 100 units or more. And they would oftentimes get deals passed to them that were not the criteria that they were looking for. They were smaller units, they were maybe not the class that they wanted. So they knew, of course, lots of other investors in their field. And so they actively shared those deals that they were presented with other investors who they thought might be a good fit. And they got nothing from the deal. They weren't looking for compensation, but just the fact that they were helping other investors out in their journey, they definitely came back to them when one investor came to them and said, "Hey, I was presented with this big 150 unit deal. It's way too big for me, but would you guys be interested in partnering with me to buy this deal?" So the first investor was able to get a deal he would not have otherwise received or seen had he not been willing to help other people without really looking for anything in return. So the principle is always that, if you give freely, it'll come back to you at the end of the day. But with that being said, sometimes there's a strategy or something that that maybe you don't want to share with everyone just because you don't want people copying you. So there's definitely some balance in there, but I always encourage people to be very open with other investors and help them when there's a situation like this investor who he wasn't going to buy those deals anyway. So why not share them with somebody else who probably would? And then at the end of the day, it could be something that ends up being really positive for you. So, as an investor, definitely network, share information if it's something that's going to help other people, and trust that eventually it will come back to you again. So, I hope this brought you some value. If so, please like, comment, and share. And if you're looking for investment real estate throughout the US, reach out to us. We're always happy to help.